I didn't know what that silent dance move without the music. So good. Good morning or good evening, afternoon, everyone from all over the world. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, hello.
Susan has become a
Beautiful.
master pro at today's theme.
What?
Yeah. You haven't noticed
Oh,
that?
mm,
I
yeah.
have. I've been meaning to tell you. I forgot to tell you. I'm like, oh, you're like totally prepared for the weekend. Yeah. So good. So good, you guys. We have some special hacks for you that I have learned through Susan. I don't even know if she's aware. And we're going to be covering getting triggered because it is a beautiful thing. But first, let's see. Do we have some new people? Probably looks like it. First off, I am Bethany Londyn. I am a master healer, corporate healer. I love to look at the souls of companies and dive in, see what I see, look for blocks, and just really shift changing experiences for people. So if you're like, I don't like my situation, boom, let's heal it and change your environment and context through energetic healing. And then we have Susan, who is
Hello.
blowing up right now. Just try and get on her calendar.
You're so funny. Hi, I'm Susan Wagner. I am a medium and an energy healer. I help you to see blocks and patterns that you're holding on to from your loved ones and maybe from past lives if you're open to venturing down that pathway. But yeah, and so we dive into those and change things, shift your mindset around patterns that you're holding on to. And beautiful things open up in your world. Magical.
Yes,
Magical.
it is. It is all magical. And we know it because we experience it, we believe it, and it literally comes true. So, I feel like we'll start with the first disclaimer of how this is for entertainment purposes. And pray that you get much more than that out of it, because that's what we're holding space for. I think we'll start with just like a couple lessons, and then we'll dive into the healing where Susan and I just completely channel everything that's coming through. Also, just a quick note, we usually do this every single month. We're stopping for a minute because I am due in the next 2 weeks or less. So I've been getting out of breath during these sessions. So that's what's happening. That's what's going
We're
on.
all super excited.
Very excited. And Susan got me the cutest gifts that I received yesterday. That was so sweet.
Oh, you're amazing.
So first off, I would love to talk about the triggers and say, and I know for those that are the regulars here, we love, love triggers because they're showing us blind spots. They're a reflection of things that are happening for us to release. So from our energetic perspective, when something shows up that's bothering us, it's triggering us, we go in and we're like, where is this coming from? So if you're working with Susan and I, we might be like, oh, that's because you and this person had a past life and it looks like they were abusing you or you were abusing them and now it's flipped around. And so we'll heal it and we'll pull that stuff and release it. So that's kind of the stuff that might come through because we're channeling for the whole group today. Also, the beauty of triggers is like when you are in a consistent situation that you are constantly triggered by, and you can shift it. By the way, we do have the 6 weeks to change your relationship around. That's a beautiful one on awareness around triggers as well. And gives you the opportunity to completely shift the relationship that you're in. And in that relationship, once you get to a place of neutrality, which is always the goal, then you can be like, okay, I'm going to leave this relationship, or now it's like totally fine and I love it, So as you shift your energy and the neutrality, your experiences completely shift as well.
For sure.
Do you have anything you
I
want to
laugh
say?
because you want me to tell my stories.
I don't know which story, but you have a few.
I do. I have a lot of stories
Yeah.
lately.
Yep.
So it's interesting. So I'm feeling called to say this one, the most recent one. I was on the phone with my dear husband. Oh, I could tell about the contractor too, couldn't I? Because that was a really good one. Okay, so two stories really quick. I was having my AC fixed, and the AC guy was like, we can change the thermostat. And I'm like, okay, well, let me call Tom to see if what he thinks. And so I called him and he did not call me back. So I was like, oh, well, he'll call me back later. And within maybe 30 minutes, he called me and he said, what's up? And I said, hey, so the AC guy is here and he was wondering if we wanted to switch it to a digital. And so I said it in a way that would connect us as partners and not as Tom makes the decision, but as partners. And he was like, yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. That's fine. Like, don't you think? And I'm like, yeah, I think it'd be great. So we hung up the phone, went and told the AC guy, I'm like, hey, you know, Tom and I said that we think that you should change out. He's like, well, how's your Wi-Fi? I'm like, I don't know. Let me call Tom back because I literally just talked to him. So I call him back and I'm like, talk, and he answers. He's like, and I said, hey, you're on speakerphone. The AC guy has a few more questions. And I've known this AC guy for many years. And he totally starts yelling at me on the phone. And I was like, what the hell? What is this? He was like, I don't know. You figure it out. You figure it out. Like in a not nice tone. I hang up the phone and I'm like, I am so sorry. My husband is being complete not nice. I didn't say that, but I said he was not nice. And the AC guy was like, oh, we've all been there, which opened up this beautiful door to talk about energy healing. And then it led me to saying, and then he was like, there was one time that I watched my father-in-law do it to my mother-in-law. And I'm like, oh, do we remind you of that? I was able to walk out of that situation thanking my husband for showing up the way that he did so that I could help somebody else feel supported. The other thing that happened yesterday was he got on the phone. My husband, he always shows up for me in beautiful ways. I love him so much. I was on the phone with him and I was talking to him and I'm like, oh, this weekend I'm supposed to be in seminar. I have to teach this course or this energy healing. And then I'll be free. I'm kind of in and out. And he was like, he literally listed all these things that was wrong with me and how I shouldn't do my work. I shouldn't be an energy healer and that's stupid. And that he like this huge list. And all of a sudden I just said, oh my God, thank you so much for your support. I love you. I gotta go pick up the kids. And I hung up. I had zero triggers, but he was triggered on his end and I could feel it. But I was like, oh, well, thank you for your support because that's the energy that I want back, right? That's the space of I want people to respond back to me like that. And so I was zero triggered. I was like, thank you so much for your support. I love you. I got
And
the kids.
it's a reflection of your own subconscious thoughts that need to be released of, is this worth it? Am I making a difference in this world? Like when he's questioning her. So she's like,
Mhm.
oh, that's in me somewhere. So I need to release it. Even though
Yeah,
it's coming from him.
totally.
Yeah, it's a mirror. So recognizing all of that.
So much.
But the other thing that I loved is when he called you and you're like busy, right? And he gave her a laundry list of things to do. And she's just like, okay. Instead of like reacting, right? Because, this could be your boss, it could be your partner, it could be anybody, right? Okay, thank you for giving me 25 million more things to do when I already have a stack this high, right? And so she just is like, okay, gets out the phone, tells her guides, you guys handle this.
I did. I was like, you guys all figure this out for me. If I'm supposed to do this work, you guys need to figure it out. Like you guys need to
Figure
make
out the
all those things
schedule.
for me. And literally within 5-10 minutes, he calls back. He's like, I got it all figured out. I'm like, awesome. Thank you.
So this is the beauty of neutrality. Had she been triggered, had she been like,
Mhm.
rah, like then she would just expand the frustration because she's going into that. So, just hopefully there's tons of lessons, little nuggets for you in there because it is so juicy,
Oh my God.
so juicy and
So
miraculous.
fun. So fun. Fun week. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's like every time we have these calls, like all these things show up the week before. For me, I'm like living in neutrality. It's really interesting because people will call me and need me and all this, like for healing even. They're like, Bethany, can you heal my finger? Can you heal this? I need this. I'm just like, you have the power to do it yourself. You do it. And then they're healed. And they're like, what'd you do? I'm like, you're just in my energy and you believed and that was enough. So I'm just like in this totally like weird protected bubble right now. Amazing protected bubble is how I feel. So I'm not really getting too triggered, thank
You know
God.
what? That is 100% true.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like when you actually allow other people to believe that they have the power within them to see it, it's like
Yeah. Well,
so beautiful.
I tuned in on that because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, like, is it just my energy that they're getting? And that's why because I've had this in many people that I've worked with over the past, if they call or we connect randomly, like magic just happens like within minutes. And so I'm like, is it my energy? And what I got was no, because they believe in the power and they ask you, your team, because I have a dream team, spirit team, actually
Mhm.
supports them in receiving. So, because when we're doing healing, and right now, today, when we're doing healing for you, we're actually not doing the healing. We're just creating the space. We're sharing with you what we see. And then it's up to you to receive it. So, as we do this, you can say, yes, I receive, or however you want. But just know that our intention is that you do receive the healing and that you do come out of this feeling absolutely blissful. So,
Yeah, you all have free will choice.
yeah.
And I often say if you don't want to take it off, don't take it off. But take it off and then you can put it back on if you want. If you don't like it, you were that powerful to create it, right?
Don't do it.
Yeah.
All right. So what will happen first is I will connect us to the light, however that comes through, and then Susan usually takes off and her guidance is epic. And then typically I close it up, but we'll see. We just go with the flow.
We just go with the
We
flow.
go with the flow here. And if something doesn't resonate for you, know that if it's in the space, there's a reason. Like had her husband not said, your business is pointless, right? She could have just been like, yes, it is, and fought back, right? Or she could be like, oh, I need to find where it's pointless in my body and energetic fields release. So
Mhm.
just know that even if you don't believe it, if it came for a reason and it needs to be released, because it could be from your friend, it could be from anyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And take inventory about how you feel right now
Oh,
because at
yes.
the
I wanted you
end,
guys to think of a triggering experience, like one of your main triggering situations that's in your life right now and where it is on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the worst. So just think of like one thing. Could be a person, could be a challenge that you're facing, like financial, living, relationship, work.
the
Got
world.
it? Um, you're more than welcome to chat in at any time as well. We do have it so you can chat us directly or the group. That's why we do it in webinar for privacy reasons for y'all. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so find yourself comfortable. I am guided to put my hands on my heart. You can as well if you choose. Felt a little bit of anxiety, like where are we going today? I don't know if I want to dive into this. It could be just because we were thinking about triggers, something that's bothering you. So just allow that to be here in the space because we want all the baggage here all the frustrations and challenges, really, so we can support you the best in releasing them. Woo, that got heavy. Okay, beautiful. Holding the space. We're holding the space. So let's call in divine light, God, universal truth, wisdom, and definitely clarity. Maybe you'll have some more clarity by the end of today as well. I want to set the preference. What would it take for this to be the most epic healing session ever for you? All. Setting the intention, this is supporting our planet, our world, that as we release triggers, we are releasing triggers, or we're supporting others and releasing triggers across the planet. Beautiful for war, for all of that, for bringing peace and love to the planet, bringing everyone to a space of neutrality. Just making it heavier and heavier right now. It feels like. So good, because we're going to release it all. And now, calling in all our beautiful guides and angels of the highest vibrations to come here to protect us, to support us, and releasing it all. And that this is all of the highest and best for you in your journey, our journey as well. All right, so now bringing this light in through the crown, from the heavens of the universe, way up there, streaming down, this beautiful white light coming through the crown of your head into your forehead. Ayan, as I'm releasing and making space, you might find yourself doing something similar, coughing, crying, you name it. Allowing this in over your ears, releasing anything that may be blocking you from hearing and getting the lesson today, and receiving the benefits and the healing. It's a new moon. We just had a new moon. Apparently, it's all about expression. So I'm feeling a lot of the pressure in the throat. This is all about expressing your truth. So clearing up the energy in the throat to allow you to do that, and knowing that everything is divine. There is no right or wrong. So even if you do share something, all of a sudden randomly blurt it out, you're triggered, whatever, it was meant to be. And, you know, we just clear up the energy afterwards. Easy. Or you book a session with one of us. Okay, so allowing this light down through the throat into the chest space. That's where it feels the heaviest right now. And the top of your shoulders, your back, arms to your fingers. This light is actually starting to, it's pushing everything that does not serve us down. And we're going to push it into the center of the earth. But as we continue down, mid-back, solar plexus, sacral, protecting the baby, creation for you all, sacral, pushing through the root, down your legs, your feet, and down, 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 past the ground into the planet, the earth, going down, down, down. Oh, that feels so much better already. Connecting to the center of the earth. And bringing this beautiful, I'm seeing almost like a lime green light shooting back up. Whoa, that came really fast. So Mama Earth is here to support, grounding us with every step we take. Shining beautiful neon green light up into our feet, ankles, knees, our whole entire body, activating this grounding energy through every atom, molecule, and cell of our being as it works. Oh my goodness, I feel it up, going up the back, igniting your spine. And now just imagine, see, sense, and feel with us. It's just like we're reading a storybook or something. You can see the images in your head along with us, or just hear it, whatever feels best. But see, sense, and feel this green neon light coming from Mama Earth shooting up. And then you have this light from the heavens shooting down. It's almost like these strobe lights. So they're connecting with you in your body, fully connected. Now start to see them kind of spinning around each other in your body, just cleansing, creating new space and opportunity for everything that we're doing, and the clarity of us being the perfect divine channels, removing all egos from this, awakening us to the fifth dimension. Start to see, sense, and feel your heart space activating with this light and starting to expand outside of your body. Greater than your body, greater than the room you're in, greater than the home you're in, or office, wherever you are, greater than the city you're in. And now just see, sense, and feel this light that starts in the center of your heart, ignited by the heavenly light, Mama Earth light, and now activating so great, spreading around the planet that we are all here connected. All our light is meeting. We are all bubbled up in protection as well. And spreading this love and light and release around the world. All right. Go
That was
for it.
beautiful. So beautiful. All right. So bring in, thank you for doing that. That was beautiful. Bring in a fire hose of light, a waterfall of light, eighth ray of light, however you want to imagine light, or a beam of light blasting your body. It's all about playing with your imagination and your third eye. And yes, some of you that are on here that are new, your third eye is your guidance, your imagination focus. So let's bring that in. And we're going to start. There's so many different pathways. Okay, clear and transmute anywhere where you can't trust you. Clear and transmute anywhere where you have to hear the outside world for your thoughts or your triggers. It's almost like you need to be triggered to either stay in the trigger or to release the trigger. Clear and transmute anywhere where you need to stay in the trigger and not be awakened to be out of the trigger. Clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. Okay, some of you get triggered, but then you go back into the trigger unconsciously, knowing that you're problem solving the trigger and you're creating more of the trigger. So can you clear and transmute anywhere where you can't just let it go? So that's clear and transmute anywhere where you don't know how to, or that you can't just let go of the trigger. Clear and transmute all of those energies. Okay. Cut off cord ties, any attachments, clear and transmute anywhere where you have to blame somebody or you were taught that you have to blame somebody from the outside world around your world. Clear and transmute all of that. That feels like a lot of shoulder pain. Like they did me wrong. I need to, it's like a punishment. So clear and transmute anywhere where you have to punish them or that you feel like they're punishing you. Clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments through all path lines, all dimensions, all realities. And that's clear and transmute anywhere where your mother or Mother Earth punishes you. Or it's interesting because both God and Mother Earth have this energy and it's within your parents. And they're making me feel like there's something wrong with you and they're triggering you or they're bringing space to you. So clear and transmute anywhere where it's like you want to block them or you want to be done with them. Or it's like they trigger you as an adult. Clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. And it's really not you triggering them or you triggering, they're triggering you on something that you can't do for yourself. It's making me feel like there's a permission that you need from them and it's triggering you. So clear all of those energies. Oh my God, that feels like it's in your throat. So clear anywhere where you can't speak your truth. You get shut out or you get stopped. Clear and transmute. And they're making me aware that you stop vocalizing it and you go within your mind of things that you want to say, and they're making me aware that you're saying it, and then you're not saying it, but the thing that you're thinking about actually happens. That's the vibration that you need to be aware of. So anywhere where your vibration does not work or you don't think it works, clear and transmute all of that.
Yeah,
Go
really
ahead.
quick on that. When we are spinning in circles and repeating different, like, oh, I should have said this, or I could say this, da, 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 da. Really what we're doing is we're expanding that program and making it worse. And what you can do, because it is important to release it, right, is to say it. If you aren't ready to say it to whoever, you can say it, go to the bathroom and say it, and tap as you're
Mm,
saying it to release the energies from your body, to get it out. It's
yeah.
a little lesson nugget.
Yeah. So good. Because most of us are taught we're not vibrational beings. If we don't say it, then it doesn't matter. Let's clear and transmute anywhere where you have that program running. And it's almost like I want to shut off my vibration or not understand that my vibration matters. Clear and transmute all of those energies. Oh my. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. Okay, that is like in the lower throat and in the, oh my God, I'm so sick to my stomach. So whoever is really ill right now over the vibrations or owning your vibration or not understanding the vibration that you're putting out, or you're numb to the vibration that you're putting out, clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. Okay, thank you. Okay, clear and transmute anywhere where you picked up the vibration of your parents. And it's interesting because they're showing me triggers of the vibration. So anywhere where you feel the vibration of the trigger or whatever they're doing to you, and you absorbed it instead of saying, I am the light, I will help you. That's clear and transmute anywhere in that moment that you made you wrong. Clear and transmute all of those energies through all past lives, all dimensions, all realities. And it's interesting because right now I'm really feeling like I don't know what I'm doing. So can you clear anywhere at a younger age where you took on the energy of, I don't know what I'm doing because my parents are telling me that I don't know what I'm doing and I'm too young to know what I'm doing? Clear and transmute all of that energy. You guys have really strong frequencies today. And frequencies is vibrations. I don't know how else to explain it. If you feel happy, you can feel the happiness, right? If you feel sad, you can feel the sadness. There is a vibration with those things. So that's clear and transmute anywhere where you weren't aware of your vibration. You were just aware of the words that you said it. Clear and transmute all of those energies. And they're making me aware of your words with your hearing. And that's the only thing that matters. That's clear and transmute all of that. You all are just vibrating beings with a frequency attached to you. It's too big of a concept. That's okay. Clear, transmute anywhere where I'm talking a foreign language to you. Let's release all of that. Thank you. Okay, clear and transmute anywhere where you can't speak or you need to be silent, where you need to say nothing. Clear and transmute all of that. They keep putting me back in your mind of repeating things. So that's clear and transmute anywhere where your mind doesn't matter or thinking about it doesn't matter, or you need to problem solve within your mind, not knowing that the problem that you're solving is creating your world. So let's clear and transmute all of those energies, cut all cords, ties, any attachments. Oh my God, that lifted something. Okay, so anywhere where you are problem solving and you're fixing your problems and you repeat them in your mind and you keep regenerating them out into the world. It's kind of like a movie, you're doing this. I'm playing the movie out in my mind and watch it unfold within your world. So anywhere where
I
there's
mean,
a
that's something I do.
separation.
I'll do that. I'll have like a situation happen, maybe like, someone cuts you off or something, let's say on the highway, and then they're yelling as if I did something or something, right? And it's like, oh, I could have said this, I could have said that. What would happen if I said this? So I can see how I do that.
Oh, I do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's like a work situation or relationship and you don't know what to say and you're not ready and you're wanting to run all these things, you could actually like also journal it out. I just want to say you can journal it out and then switch. You got to switch though out of this hamster wheel into what do I want? What do I want? Because as you start to then shift out of the negative into what do I want, then you can expand on that and in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing, don't recycle the paper that you write your thoughts on, because then you're recycling it into your world. So either burn it or, do whatever you
Like
feel.
I have a journal. Well, it's from my delete line. So everything that goes in there is to be deleted. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you put
Sometimes
that
it
in,
helps just to write it out.
write it out. Yeah. Okay, I felt like you guys needed a break because it was pretty
Yeah, there's been a lot of
intense.
energy on the chest, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stuff for you guys to release. Do we need to take a moment and stare at their triggers again?
Yeah, I want to clear anywhere where you put a shield over yourself. And it's kind of like you put a armor thing over yourself so you weren't aware of your vibration or the frequencies of the vibrations. And they're making me aware of when you walk into a room, it's like you can't describe why it's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And you can't describe why you feel it. It's 12:34, which, oh my God, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So clear and transmute anywhere. I'm sorry. Things are just shifting here on my screen. I'm like, wait a second, where am I? So that's clear and transmute anywhere where I lost my train of thought. Oh my God, isn't that funny?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm in alignment. Step into alignment. I don't even know where I was going with that. It like completely shifted.
All right. Well, I
Maybe
don't feel
I'm
the huge
supposed to
pressure
experience that
on the chest. We were
shift.
talking about protection. So if I'm just asking you guys to bring your triggers, your baggage of the triggers to the forefront so we can see what shows up when you do that. So what that means is we're actually giving you permission to do the recycling right now. Just because we're in a container here. We're in a safe space. We're going to release it. So if you guys just want to bring your triggers and your whatever it is, like that thing that we were talking about with the 10 or the 8 or wherever you were at, bring that to the front. Maybe it's your boss. Hint, hint, hint to somebody on the call or listening. Bringing that to the forefront and then let us see what needs to be cleared. That actually already feels a lot lighter, guys, than at the beginning. So if you want me to take over for a minute, yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm feeling a lot of head energy.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because as I was talking about vibration, it's like too big of concept for some of you on this call because it's like you weren't taught that because that's what they keep telling me. So can you clear and transmute anywhere where you need to stay in the blame or the frequency of I caused problems or there's something wrong with me, clear and transmute all of those energies. And they're taking me back to your childhood of when you aligned with there's something wrong with me. And that vibration of anger you absorbed instead of just being the light that you were. So it's clear and transmute anywhere where you took on the permission that you were the punching bag or you were the sponge of the energy of your parents. Clear and transmute all of that. They're showing me a lot of parents having arguments or having not arguments, but vibrating out of energy of I don't like each other. And some of you guys absorbed it. So even though you think that you're fighting in silence, you're really not. You are still vibrating it out. That's why we attach to the vibration and we play it out in our world. So that's clear and transmute anywhere where nobody explained that to you or how this world worked. Clear and transmute all of that. I know this is a lot of they keep telling me it's heavy energy or it's heavy concepts. It's like too much for your consciousness to hold on to, but you could listen to this recording again and you'll understand it. So clear and transmute anywhere where you can't understand it. Let's release all of those energies. Clear and my God, clear and transmute anywhere where you don't have clarity and you want to stay in the 3D world. Clear and transmute all of that. And can you clear and transmute anywhere where it's just happening to you? It's like, oh, it just happened. It's just a thing that I have to deal with. Clear and transmute all of those energies, cut all cords, ties, any attachments where you just have to deal with it, or that it's what life is. It's like, do you see how you're allowing the outside world to recreate with you instead of creating from your third eye or your mindset to creating the world that you really want? So anywhere where you can't have what you want because your parents took it away from you because you don't know what you want, they told you that, and you aligned with it, that's clear and transmute all of those triggers, releasing all of those now too, please. And that's clear and transmute anywhere where the spiritual world, oh my God, I can't even spit it out, is not real. Releasing all of that. And it's not real, like you can't imagine things and that they can't come true. Like you're not, they're putting a label on you and then they're not allowing you to grow. So anywhere where you have to have labels on you and you're not growing because of the labels that are keeping you stuck or the triggers that are keeping you stuck or the belief systems that you have within you that is keeping you stuck, that's clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. And that's clear and transmute anywhere where you have to witness or see the triggers. And they are bringing me back to the vibration or the feelings of you. So anywhere where you're told at a younger age that your feelings don't matter or that you should just shove them down or suck it up, clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. Thank you. And clear anywhere where there's frustration, fear. Oh my God, my head is exploding right now on the right side. So anywhere where male energy is dominating your existence, oh my God, it's so painful. So whoever is having a headache with the male energy, please release it. Clear and transmute all of that. It's like too big of concept. I want to go back to hiding. I want to go back to not owning my truth. Clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. Thank you. Whoever that was, you released it. So beautiful. And that's clear and transmute anywhere where your mind is, it's almost like I want to say it's not truth. That's clear and transmute all of that. Were you going to say something?
I have a thought, something
Okay.
coming through. So envision your trigger, like we were talking about. And what does that situation or person, who does it represent in your life before the age of 10? If you could give it another reflection, something in your life that hasn't been cleared. Is it your dad showing up? Is it your uncle, your aunt, your mom, your sister? The situation that you were in as a child that's showing up? I know a lot of us date our dads, unless you shift that to get into your own truth. So think about that for a second, because this is also a huge part of the trigger, is being able to see the infinite possibilities and perspectives that are available for you and learning to see through the lens of love. So take a moment and see if you can connect those dots looking back. And everywhere you can't, release. Everywhere it's too much pressure, doing it right now, release all that. You can do it. We're holding space.
Okay, and what's
Go
the
ahead.
worst thing that could happen to you, right? If you let it go.
Yeah.
I have to say that to myself, and then it's like, yeah.
And sometimes this is a trick that I learned when I used to see a hypnotist, like back in the day. That was actually the start of my journey of intuitive stuff. I had no idea. She would ask me to think of something. I couldn't think anything. It was like my mind would go blank. So if your mind's blank right now, try this trick. Look to the left, look to the right, look to the left, look to the right, look up, look down, look up, down. Now do it like a sunshine, sunset. Okay, now bring the trigger back to the front. And what does this experience, where does it come from? Where is the root? I'm hearing a lot of dad energy.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So you want to clear it?
Yeah. So bring up
Yeah.
your, oh, yeah. I like one to take charge. Isn't that
No,
interesting?
you
But
can take charge.
that is like the male energy, right? Like that's, sorry if there's a lot.
Go for it.
People like to take charge, or male energy likes to be in charge. So let's have your dad come into your awareness, or a male. It's not necessarily your dad. It could be whoever is the male
Whatever it
dominating,
is.
yeah, energy in your relationship or wherever you learned it from. And you can exchange energies with them and take back your power. So allow all of the energies that you took from them in that moment to be released. Oh my God, anywhere where they dominate you or they take over. And it's interesting because I felt like I needed to interrupt you in that moment. And there's like no balance in that. Do you see how that just beautifully showed up for you guys? Let's clear and transmute anywhere where there's dominancy or people dominate over you. Clear and transmute all of that. And then this is a beautiful thing. Bethany, take it back over.
Okay. So I was seeing, the father figure as a general, you guys know what your truth is, and that's what it's all about getting to, is releasing that energy of the father figure or whatever the trigger, the past experience was. Because also what keeps coming up is broke, like broke. I'm just seeing like this tiny apartment and a family living in it. So that's also someone here, it's creating, they're feeling that. So seeing that was in your lifetime, and now thanking that experience, thanking that human, thanking that person as much as you can, because we want to thank them, because we want to release it. We're thank you, however you needed to say thank you, like thank you for showing up, right? So that now I can release it. Oh my God, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, when I say thank you for showing up, that could be just simply the thank you for the awareness showing up. Just to get real clear for some. They didn't want to take that. They're like, no, I'm not thanking them. So we're thanking for the perspective, the awareness, the metaphor, however it showed up. And now you can blow it away if you need. Release. Ask the angels, ask the guides, ask everyone here. We're holding support for you to release that so that you can get into your own truth. When you get into your own truth, you don't need to go date your dad, date your mom, etc., right? And recreate those trends that have been happening all your life. The cycle is there to be shifted. Whew. So giving you the grace and the power and the strength to create, oh my gosh, you guys got this. You got this. To create your own cycle, your own trend, your own truth. And now I'm hearing, I don't know what it is. Okay, well, journal, sit, go on a walk, meditate, ask for guidance and support in finding your truth. You all have spirit teams. It's not just Susan and I. You all have it. And they are just waiting for you to connect with them and communicate. And yes, someday we'll do a course on it. But just know that if you're talking to your spirit guides and you don't see them, they're still listening.
100%.
Pay attention to what shows up. You gotta pay attention to what shows up. Okay. So that was a little better. A little better. I wouldn't say we got from 10 to a 0, but we got from 10 to like a 5. So once again, bring in your triggering situation. We really want this cleared for you guys. Hitting it from all the perspectives and angles. And say thank you again for the awareness. Because there is a lesson there for you. There is a reflection of maybe your deep subconscious frustrations, like Susan and her husband with whatever her healing is worthless or whatever he said. Delete all that, right? Oh, I know firsthand it's not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be yawning every time I talk to her. So just recognizing that, sure, this was attached to a person, a circumstance that you experienced once before, and also recognizing, oh, that is my own deep insecurity of not being able to pay the bills, not being able to ever speak my truth, and being in this like whatever rat race, being trapped in some rat race, like my father was, or something, whatever it is. Like that is your own deep wound, trauma, insecurity, and seeing that, connecting those dots. Sometimes there's a ton of layers. That's why we're hitting it from another angle here. Woo! Feeling the energy in the back of the neck. You can move, you can shake it off if you need to. Oh my God, crickety, crackety, crap. Okay. Saying again, thank you for the awareness. Thank you for showing up. If you're having trouble connecting to new insight coming through, asking to remove the ego, doing the eye movements if necessary. And like Susan said in the beginning, fire hose of light. Put it in a garbage bag if you need to in front of you. Visualize the situation absolutely disappearing to ashes, disappearing to dust. But that's not possible. It is. It is. And now imagine, see, sense, and feel with me a beautiful gust of angelic wind coming in, whooshing this dust away, sweeping it away. It is no longer in your energetic field. We have sent it off to the light. And now I have some downloads, but I think Susan has a few more clearings to do real quick.
Yeah, it's interesting. Do you see, I just need to point this out. Do you see how at the beginning it was very choppy? And it's interesting because now it's turned into a flow. I don't know if you guys can feel the difference, but I can feel the difference. So that's clear and transmute anywhere where it's like you make it fit. You make the trigger fit all the time. Clear and transmute all of that. clear and transmute anywhere where I have to make it fit in my world. Let's release all of that. And I want to pull in the energy of harmony and balance and flow. It's a different vibration. Do you feel that? I feel an easier flow after what you just did, Bethany. It's like really flowing. So anywhere where your parents can't flow, let's release all of that. Anywhere where there's a separation between male and female, Mother Earth and God, let's clear and transmute all of those energies. Cut all cords, ties, any attachments. My God, that's like a heart one. That's like interesting. It's heavy on the heart, but it's clear anywhere where heaven or God's energy and earth are all separate. Like you see it as separate, but they're not. They're all one. So let's clear and transmute anywhere where you see it and you feel it as separate. It's like a separate individual thing. Let's clear and transmute all of that. And we're literally going to imagine stepping out of that jaggedness and stepping into the flow of the oneness of earth, God, and just allowing it to flow through us, around us, in us, harmonizing our bodies.
That light, the neon light still flowing strong, circling you, the white light.
It feels way better.
And now I want to let you guys in on something is once we connect those dots and we can release them, standard energy healing by Susan and I. Then we create space because we learned the lesson. We can see where it's coming from. And we can say, okay, I am ready for a new experience. I am ready for new opportunities. I am ready for this. This is what I want. Don't attach a person to it. I mean, you can say like an individual or whatever, like a relationship, or I want my relationship to be like this. Don't attach the individual to it. You're just stating to the universe what you're wanting to bring in. It's a job. You're just stating to the universe what your boss, your relationship could shift. It could completely shift. So let's bring in the truth be known, open up our receptors to truth. And as that we vibrate and own the truth that we are in, know that others around us will as well. And opening us up to seeing our experiences, our triggers, etc., through the lens of love. What is this showing me? How, through the lens of love, can I see this experience that I'm in? And allowing yourself, you might not get it in that instance. It might come later in the day or a few days later, but you're asking the question. And like I said earlier, your guides, when you are communicating and asking for support, they will show up. It is up for you to receive it. Can't guarantee timing, but I guarantee that they will show up with the answers. So that I fully back. So just allowing yourself to be in new perspectives, infinite possibilities, knowing that something else is on the way because you took time out of your day today to create a shift in your world, thus supporting the rest of the world. Okay. And then just, I'm bringing in all that light, or the light's still there, but just bringing our awareness to that light that is swirling within you, the white light and the neon green light from Mama Earth. Feel free to shake it off. Now I'm calling in some hot pink light because that is the level of unconditional love. So activating unconditional love throughout your whole entire system, your mind, body, soul, every atom and cell, all the space between, all the way to your toes, to the crown, and out into the world. because we are all connected. And calling in the recognition, the awareness of peace, finding peace in this moment, finding peace in the world. When you're feeling hectic, chaotic, etc., because I'm feeling that energy, I got to do this, that, and the other. The message I got, I think it was last weekend, is do nothing. And even when you're doing something, do nothing. So it's not that I'm not supposed to do anything. It's getting to the space inside where it doesn't feel like effort. You're just being in the experience. And when you are present and being in that experience, all there is peace and neutrality. When we start getting triggered, when we start getting frustrated, challenged, etc., that's coming from the future, the past, worries, doubt, that's all other timelines. That's not right here in the moment. So breathe that in, the peace of this moment, the beauty of this moment, the unconditional love, the Mama Earth grounding, the light from the heavens of the universe. Woo! A little dizzy. And allow yourself to be in the energy of grace with it all, so that you may carry this forward. And what it would take for you guys to all fully, fully, fully receive this. Drink up some water with the energy I'm hearing of peace. Theme is peace today.
Love it. It feels very flowy right now.
Good.
We're in the ocean doing this, allowing the waves to come and go, and we harmonize with them.
That's what I'm about to do in labor.
That's it. Pulling the flow of it.
That's a secret. Oh my God, he's kicking me right now.
So awesome. You guys are all amazing, beautiful, loving beings. And you are all worthy of all the love within your heart and soul and mind and body. So let's embody that all today.
And trusting this flow is that you are in perfect alignment right now.
Yes.
With the world and all your
Always.
experiences.
You always are.
Thank you. Thank you.
And love you all.
Yes. So much love. So grateful. I'm sorry we're taking a break. I don't know what's about to happen here. What my energy is going to be like.
Have a baby.
I'm gonna have a baby.
It'll be beautiful.
So we will pick up and you'll all be in the know. Oh my goodness. Someone just jumped on now. Oh man, you just missed it. It's okay. There is recording. I did do it live on YouTube. The only annoyance with YouTube is you have ads or whatever, unless you have the pro version, but I did stream it live on YouTube, so you can go check it out. You can share it with other people. Would love that. Oh, here. Yeah, I should share the link. Hold on. Let me get that. And of course, if you want it to yourself on your phone, etc., you can also purchase it whenever I get it uploaded, maybe tomorrow to the website. All right, cool. And you can always get in contact with us for sessions, for healing, for supporting, tuning in specifically on what this is happening in your life. But I'm sure this has been amazing for you all because we're all connected.
Did you send the link in the chat box?
Not sure where I sent it. Okay, I sent it to the wrong spot. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. There it is.
Support them.
Of course, that's alive. Beautiful. All right. You guys are epic, amazing.
Love you all.
Keep finding neutrality. It's a beautiful thing. It's so supportive. Connect those dots. and know that you are not only supporting yourself, you're supporting the world. So it's a really beautiful thing.
Well, make magic.
Yeah.
Magic. Love you all.
Cue the music. All right. Lots of love.